Are you crazy? Or are you just mad?
Hello. Welcome to the Mad Musicians Against Depression podcast, where we discuss the latest news, research and hot topics surrounding mental health. I'm Thomas Maher, and I'm joined in studio by my beautiful co-host, award-winning singer, songwriter and presenter, Indiraa.
We're back, Indiraa. We're back. Black.
What's
Hello?
up, we're back? What's
Hello?
up, we're back?
Hello.
What's up, we're back?
Hello.
What's up, we're back?
Wabak. It's an Australian creature.
In the outback.
In the outback, yeah. Wabak.
We're back.
Outback.
Okay, hello, everyone.
Does that make sense?
No, not really, but
Welcome
never mind.
everybody to another episode of the Mad Podcast. Episode 17. 17, season 1.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 17. You just misheard
That's
me.
sweet
That's all.
17.
That's
me.
like me.
No, I got you in there before. I got in there before. How are you doing, Indiraa? You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah, grand. Yeah, how's your week
I've
been?
been going to Wimbledon.
Of course you have been.
Yeah.
We knew that. You've been
It's
going.
Game, set, and match.
Did you go with the flow?
I went with the flow, but it's game, set, and match to me.
Is it? Why is that now?
Just because I said so.
It's that in it.
In it.
In it. You've been going through your dictionary again, your chav dictionary, have you? Yeah. Good God Almighty. And
I don't know why I put myself through this every week.
Because you're mad.
I have to talk to you every week.
You'd rather be sleeping, wouldn't you, or in the gym or at Wimbledon?
I'd rather be here
Woohoo,
talking to you.
Lovely.
Which I like this hour we have together.
Yeah, it's the power hour. It's the mad power hour, isn't it?
Let's go for it. Come on.
Let's go for it. Folks, we have today, on episode 17, we have 4 articles of mental health articles, research, latest news. And first one, which will be read by Indiraa, is a dose of Cuddle hormone could be the key to postnatal depression and aid weight loss, experts discover. Interesting. My one will be why extroverts who eat cheese, you heard it, eat cheese, are more satisfied with their lives. I eat cheese.
I eat cheese.
Plus other scientific factors for happiness. And then Indira's back when depression tells you you're bringing people down. That's an interesting one. I haven't read it yet, so I'm looking forward to hearing that. And my final one will be summertime sadness could be a type of seasonal affective disorder.
Especially when the sun isn't shining.
Yeah, well, it's definitely contributing to a lot of sadness at the moment, isn't it?
Oh my goodness me.
I left
What's the
Ireland
weather like,
30 odd years ago because of the weather. Now I'm thinking about going back. That's how bad it is.
I left India 32 years ago and the sun is still shining there, and I came here. I ask you, what was I thinking?
Yeah, there you go. Well, anyway, the sun is always shining for me. That's the only thing. I bring that every day, no matter what.
I know.
And then we have a UFO article today. Of course we do. We have one every week now, don't we?
We have one every week.
Yeah, we had every week. And this is interesting because this one is titled Kurt Russell, the actor, claims he reported most witnessed UFO event in history.
Oh, they all think theirs is the biggest event, right?
Yeah, of course it does, yeah. Just because he's Kurt Russell and all that, you know?
Yeah.
He thinks people believe him because he's on the big screen.
Is he big though?
He is big because he eats ice cream on the big screen.
Does he?
Yeah.
I eat it as well. Does that make me big?
But you're not on the big screen.
Yeah, okay. A dose of the Cuddle hormone could be the key to tackling postnatal depression and aid weight loss. Okay, I'll have some of that. Experts discover. Scientists today hailed a breakthrough after uncovering a major potential treatment for postnatal depression. Until now, experts were unsure exactly what triggers the condition, despite the fact that 1 in 10 women are affected before or after giving birth. The researchers in the US and UK have discovered those affected may be missing genes that allow the body to produce hormone oxytocin. Dubbed the Cuddle hormone, oxytocin is released during childbirth, breastfeeding, and in response to hugging. Hugging is like childbirth. Helping stimulate feelings of attachment. Without sufficient amounts, new mothers may struggle to bond with their baby, triggering low moods. Now, experts suggest developing new oxytocin medicines may be the way to combat these symptoms. So if you don't want to hug, just take the meds for hugging.
Already makes sense. Some people need it.
Professor Sadaf Faruqi. Faruqi.
Oh, Faruqi.
From the Institute of Metabolic Science at the University of Cambridge says, we have made a breakthrough in understanding postnatal depression, a serious health problem about which very little is known despite many decades of research. And importantly, it may point to oxytocin as a possible treatment for some mothers in that condition. The research reminds us of the behaviors which assume are entirely under our control, have a strong basis in biology. So it's not always in our control. Researchers from the University of Cambridge and Baylor College of Medicine in Texas made their discovery while looking at the genes of two boys from different families. Both were living in severe obesity.
Genes down around their ankles.
Both were living with severe obesity and also suffered from anxiety, autism, and behavioral problems. They found that each were missing the single gene known as TRPC5. Their mothers were also missing the gene. Both mothers were obese and both suffered from postnatal depression. Examining the missing gene in studies of mice, the scientists then discovered that male mice with defective form of gene displayed the same problems as the boys. How sad, no? Yeah. Don't you think?
Well, it goes back to that conversation before about flaw in human DNA.
Yeah, so this included weight gain, anxiety, dislike for social interactions, and aggressive behavior. Female mice also showed similar behaviors. When they became mothers, they also displayed depressive-like behavior, impaired care of offspring, the experts said. Writing in the journal Cell, researchers said that they found TRPC5 acts on the nerve cells that produce a hormone, oxytocin. Deleting the TRPC5 gene from these oxytocin neurons led the otherwise healthy mice showing signs of anxiety, overeating, impaired social skills, and in the case of mothers, postnatal depression-like symptoms. How sad. By making changes in TRPC5 gene, the oxytocin was produced. The scientists reversed these symptoms. Mice began behaving normally and to lose weight.
It's also crazy to imagine mice or any rodents or any animal for that matter being socially impaired, isn't it? We think only humans have that. Yeah, exactly. That concept or that ability to be social, but no, animals are very social. But imagine they have they share.
But don't you see, like even in the house, in the farm, there's 7 dogs and each one has their own, behavior. Some are more extroverts, some are more introverts. Well, expert treatments to help increase oxytocin, the body may produce similar results in humans, although the research would be needed. Oxytocin is produced in the hypothalamus part of the brain and secreted to the bloodstream by the pituitary gland, which is in the base of the brain. Studies have shown oxytocin also may have anxiolytic properties, meaning they may reduce anxiety. Well, why didn't you just say that?
Yeah.
Previous researchers have also found that oxytocin is administered to people with autism in the form of a nasal spray. It made them more sociable. Postnatal depression causes intense feelings of sadness, anxiety, exhaustion, and may begin 2 or 3 days after birth and can last for months. Other symptoms include insomnia, loss of appetite, intense irritability, sounds like me, difficult bonding with the baby. That I don't have, but in rare cases, an extreme disorder called postpartum psychosis may develop. Existing treatment includes talking therapy and traditional antidepressants, but these may take weeks to kick in. Latest NHS data shows that 26% of adults in England are obese. Further, 38% are overweight but not obese. Experts have pointed out that the lack of exercise, poor diets, and ultra-processed foods being the drivers of this obesity. Dr. Yong-Soo, an expert in molecular and cellular biology of Baylor's College of Medicine, said, "What we saw in those mice is quite remarkable. They displayed very similar behaviors as those people missing TRPC5 gene, which mothers included as signs of depression and difficulty caring for their babies. This shows that this gene is causing these behaviors." So Dr. Faruqi, he's back, by the way. There's a reason
Farouk has often come
why
back.
people lack TRPC5 develop all these conditions. Our work shows that TRPC5 acts as an oxytocin neurons, that they've done all this.
So TRCP5, yeah?
TRPC5, yeah.
TRPC5.
Yeah.
TRPC5. It's like the treatment you have for Avuka. Was it TRP? I remember back in the day?
To play
TCPR?
a critical role.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so what is postnatal depression? Let me sum it all up.
Yeah.
Persistent sadness, lack of enjoyment, interest in wider world, fatigue, insomnia, struggling to bond with your baby, withdrawing from others, difficulty concentrating and making decisions, frightening thoughts such as hurting your baby. If you or your partner may be suffering, go to your GP. There you go. And that is all I have to say to you.
Well, that's very good advice. Obviously, it's obvious advice, but it's not always
In case
obvious to
you're
a
thinking
person.
about hurting your baby,
It's not
I
always obvious to someone who is suffering from postnatal depression.
I know.
So, but it's good
But
that
that
they've
is actually quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when you see people who are socially inhibited or
Yeah.
impaired, which according to the article, I mean, you don't always see them unless you understand mental health. You don't think that they're missing something. You just think that's their personality, that's their character. Why are they like that?
Exactly.
But when you read this article and when you understand mental health, you begin to think, well, it's not their fault. There's actually there's a flaw in their genetic makeup. And that's why they're behaving like that. And if they were to fix that, they wouldn't be like that. So that is obviously a lesson for everybody. When you see somebody who's maybe displaying some abnormal, out of characteristics or behaviours, you've got to obviously, first of all, think maybe somebody's lacking some underlying issue, like they could be missing their TRCP5, or there could be an imbalance in their hormones, oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine levels. There's so many other factors, reasons why somebody could be behaving the way they are.
Dopamine.
You're a dope.
You're a dope.
You're a dope.
You're a dope,
You're
and
a
I
dope.
mean it.
You're
You're a
dope.
dopamine it.
But I am dope. I am dope.
You are?
I am.
Yeah.
You know what dope is? Yeah, I'm cool, mate. Cool, man. I'm dope.
Okay.
I'm dope. I'm the dude.
Whatever.
I'm the dude.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. Take a break, will you? Take a break, will you?
Take a hike.
Take a hike.
You take a hike.
Take a break. Kit Kat. Right, enough of your crap, Indira, yeah? Here's my article. Now, and this is a good one, I hope. I
It
think.
better be good.
Right, let me put my glasses on for this because I don't do so well with lenses. Let's have a look. Right, get nice up close. Don't push the headphones off. All right, here we go. Right, why extroverts who eat cheese are more smelly than others. No, I'm only joking. Why extroverts who eat cheese are more satisfied with their lives, plus other scientific factors for happiness. Yee-hoo! The Globe and Mail. Okay, according to a Gallup poll published in the World Global Happiness Report, if you are a Canadian, your happiness index was 6.9 out of 10, maximum happiness. If American, it was 6.7. God, did it even rate that high? Compared to other countries, Canada placed 15th and the US 23rd. Can't believe they ranked that high. The happiest countries were Finland, 7.7. Okay, so if that's the happiest, 7.7, so nobody's reaching 10. 7.7, Denmark 7.6 and Iceland 7.5 and the UK 0. No, I didn't just say this. That's just the way it is because of weather at the moment. I made that up. So interestingly, in both countries...
So how much was UK?
It doesn't even say.
Oh my God, we're not even in there.
Didn't even make it.
Damn it.
Yeah. Interestingly, in both countries as well as Northern Europe, the older generation is significantly happier than the younger ones. Happiness, much like love, is one of the emotions and experiences in human life that is highly valued, yet in some ways the most elusive. Turning to the academic literature for assistance to address those riddle, it becomes quickly apparent that happiness is complex and cannot be defined or measured using just one dimension. Subjective well-being is a very active area of research with about 170,000 articles and books published on the topic in the past 15 years. These studies show that certain factors such as personality, health, social relationships, religious belief, and employment are strongly and positively associated with happiness. Right. The most reliable predictions of life satisfaction are personality traits of extraversion, conscientiousness, and emotional stability. In addition to these largely genetically inherited traits, influenced as they are by family constellations, child rearing, education, and culture are lifestyle choices, including healthy diet and exercise on the positive side, and spending too much time watching TV or on the computer, alcoholism and substance addictions on the negative side. All studies agree that fostering one's physical and mental health increases a person's chance for, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You have to do both. You know, it's a holistic approach to being happy. It's mental, physical, it's everything. And so many little intrinsic things you've got to do for that. So yeah, the positive relationship between health and happiness is lightly reciprocal. Being healthy enhances happiness and being happy benefits your health. Yeah. Absolutely.
Two-way thing.
One such study comes from the Shanghai Joy Thong University School. Yeah, I got that. Perfect. University School of Medicine that collected data on 2.4 million individuals and found potential causal evidence that better mental well-being measured by life satisfaction, mood, neuroticism and depressive symptoms promote a longer and healthier life. A surprising finding of this research was that when it focused on 33 individuals from the European data sets, those who reported eating more cheese registered 3.67 higher in self-rated health and longer lifespans. Ooh, that's like 3.76 is a lot.
Yeah.
While high-fat foods are often considered detrimental to health, studies at University College Dublin suggest that in moderation, the consumption of dairy fat can lower cholesterol and reduce mortality from all causes, including cancer. Findings from Sun Yat-sen University, Guangzhou, China, reinforce the above and assert that cheese consumption has neutral to moderate benefits for human health. It's really cool, actually, because I like my cheese.
I like my cheese.
And I have 1 or 2 slices per day. Did you know that?
I do know. I see you.
Yeah,
I
so you
see you
me,
nicking it from the fridge. Yeah.
Yes. While studying in Boston, I had the good fortune of meeting Abraham Maslow, professor of psychology at Brandeis University in 1945. He first published his hierarchy of needs that motivate humanity and then continue to expand on these needs that include basic physical safety, social, love, esteem and self. Physical needs must be satisfied before social needs and social needs before self-fulfillment. To act unselfishly, a person must have met their most basic needs and an achievement that leads to growth and self-actualization and, we may add, happiness. Yu Quan Ng, Distinguished Fellow of the Academy of the Social Sciences in Australia, suggests a higher 5th level, not of self-actualization, but beyond oneself, a concern for the welfare of others, including animals. Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. Actions or activities that an individual undertakes to benefit or protect the environment have been shown to dramatically boost human happiness. Wow, I couldn't agree more. There is mounting evidence from dozens and dozens of researchers that nature has benefits for both physical and psychological human well-being, says Lisa Nisbet.
Yeah.
PhD, a psychologist at Trinity University in Ontario, who studies connectedness to nature. You can boost your mood just by walking in nature, even in urban nature, and the sense of connection you have with the natural world seems to contribute to happiness even when you're not physically immersed in nature. This does not preclude important instrumental values of happiness, including success in one's career and productivity or work performance. Charles Henry Demartre from the Laboratoire d'Economique d'Orléans in Paris, I'm good, I'm getting better at this, it's the glasses, has proposed that promoting subjective well-being is not only desirable on its own, but leads to higher productivity and economic prosperity of the country. A word about perfectionism. While I think it is important in life to apply oneself fully and professionally to any enterprise, Striving to be the perfect son or perfect father or writing the perfect column is a surefire recipe for grief and disappointment.
Oh,
Agreed.
that's for sure.
There is now research to show that as Maher has written, as soon as you release yourself from being perfect, you would be surprised just how many ways there are to solve a problem. Oh, couldn't believe. Oh, this is just I could have wrote this. Oh, my sentiment. My advice, not mine, this is his advice. Yeah. Have realistic expectations and aim for very good rather than perfect, and you will enjoy life a lot more. Wow.
Yep.
Does money buy happiness? The answer is yes and no. At any given time, those with higher incomes are generally happier both within and across nations, but over time happiness does not increase as incomes rise. A key reason for this paradox is that our satisfaction with our income depends on how much it compares to the incomes of others. And I cannot let you go before I tell you about a recent study by Kira Burdett, research professor at the University of Michigan, who found that couples who drink together live longer. This is not advocating for increased consumption of alcohol. Rather, the study emphasizes the importance of shared lifestyles, habits for both health and relationship satisfaction. And remember, most people derive happiness by helping others in need, animals or humans. So make a contribution to your own happiness and increase the happiness of others. I love this article.
Yeah, very
really
good.
It's so
very good.
So true to everything what
Very
we believe
good.
in.
I believe that. Yeah.
And it goes to what you did today when we were out shopping in Liddell's. You put some food in the community basket, which you do every time you go out there.
Yes, we do.
Small little things that you do that.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah. And it gives you pleasure and gives you happiness. You know, you're contributing, helping somebody
All the time.
in a positive way. Isn't that right?
All the time.
Yeah. So that's a well written article.
Well.
Yeah, and very valuable. So, folks, again, all these these articles will be included in the show notes. So go read them for yourself, so that you know that we're not just making
That
them
was
up.
a cheesy article.
Oh, no, I've got to get there. Good one.
My jokes are so cheesy today.
God almighty.
I know.
You are cheesy, Indiraa. You've always been cheesy, though, you know.
Is it grating on you?
Oh, no.
I can't bear it.
Oh, no. Oh, this is getting worse.
No.
This is getting, oh dear, it's starting to smell in here. It's starting to smell.
Don't lie.
It is, yeah. It is.
A stinky cheese.
Stinky cheese, yeah.
Yeah, stinky cheese, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm going to tell Lee about you.
Tell Lee.
Yeah, Dairy Lee.
Oh! I thought Brie, you know.
Dairy Lee.
Dairy Lee's cousin Brie.
No, dear. You mug. Okay.
Hey, damn it.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. All right, but enough of this cheesy nonsense, yeah?
Okay.
So you've got another article for us, have you,
Yep.
Indiraa? What is it?
Okay. Isolation correlates with worsened depression and suicidal ideation.
What is the headline of the article so people know?
Why must I tell you
we need to
everything?
know.
When depression tells you you're bringing people down.
Okay, now that's the headline.
Yeah, but I didn't want to tell you people that because then you think I'm bringing you down.
But you did bring me down by not mentioning it.
Okay,
Straight away,
because depression can lead to negative thoughts, including isolation. Isolation correlates to worsened depression and suicidal ideation. Connection can take many forms
You can do
for
this.
shared activities, to shared space or conversation. Time and others is vital for everyone. Time with others is vital for everyone, especially those facing depression. In my darkest times, depression told me to turn away from others. I would bring them down, she whispered. I have nothing to offer. The more I listened, the inkier my outlook became, and the further I felt from feeling better. I couldn't listen to her anymore. Reconnecting was integral in my feeling better. When we are depressed, we feel more negative. In a culture that is sometimes gilded with positivity, there can be an added sense of guilt, a thought that we should quarantine ourselves. Yet depression thrives on isolation in a dangerous way. So when you think you're actually doing yourself good by isolating yourself, you're actually giving yourself a shot of more depression. by the isolation itself.
Absolutely.
Research has shown that social isolation, loneliness correlate with great levels of depression and suicidal ideation. Now, while there is truth in moods can be contagious, isolation removes access to an important core need of connection, preventing us from receiving support. It leaves us alone in our darkened thoughts. Friends and family would often rather show up for a loved one than have them suffer in silence. We always think we're doing them a favor by hiding from them, but don't. They need you to see you get better, and you need them so you can get better. Remember that. What
Indeed.
follows 3 alternatives in isolation. Isolating with depression tells you that you are bringing people down. 1, share space. A community center I once attended had the objective of providing support and struggling members. The support came in the form of scheduled comedy night each week, wherein we gathered to watch funny movies and comedians. Small as it was, the meeting was successful. Connecting with other people doesn't always include talk or problems of conversation. Just sharing space with someone can provide some sense of mutuality. You might do this by playing a game with a friend or going around, to people in an open place, in a coffee shop, doing a shared activity. So basically sharing space. Research backs shared space. Once more study, we don't need to go to that. You'll find all that in the article. Now, second point being reach out. In dialectical behavioral therapy, there is a skill called opposite action. When an emotion gives an action urge that is not effective, we act opposite. In case of isolation, this can mean reaching out. This can look like either sharing one's pain or conversing about other things. The trick is to do the opposite of what your depression is demanding. So reach out to somebody. If you think it's going to help you by sitting at home, it's not. So do opposite to what you really want to do if that was the case. 3, practice compassion. Acts of compassion are excellent ways to counteract a depression urge to isolate. Something as small as writing a kind letter, visiting a loved one in a nursing home, or even giving your dog a little extra time on a beloved walk like you do, can lift your spirits while reconnecting you with those around you.
Me ginger.
Yep. 4th, seek help. If depression is telling you that you are a burden, it is vital for you to seek help. Depression is treatable, and there is help. With psychotherapy, psychiatric intervention, you can recover. In closing, depression lies. Don't let depression convince you that you are not worthy of other people's time. There are ways to connect. Help is available, so please read this article. This bit is coming from me. Read this article because it really is helpful. And you will remember for sure that there are 4 things you have to do. Share your space, reach out, practice compassion, and seek help. On that note, I'll hand you over to Tommy.
Nice one. Short and sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think of that article?
I think
Makes
it's
a lot
amazing.
of sense.
Yep. Those are the 4 things I'm going to think about all the time. Seeking help, compassion, practicing compassion, reaching out, and sharing space.
I often reach out too, Sometimes my fist connects with someone's jaw.
Reach out,
And
reach
touch
out
me.
for you. I'll be there.
Yeah.
That kind of reach
Don't give
out?
up your day job, yeah.
Oh.
Love, kindness and compassion. 3 words.
Love, kindness, and compassion.
3
LKC.
things. If
LKC.
you have those 3 things in your heart, you're a long way to making it as a very, very good
Love,
person. Kindness and compassion.
I must be very happy then.
You're very happy, you are. You even wear a nappy, don't you? I know that.
I know it too.
Happy or nappy, Indiraa.
I am happy in me nappy.
Yeah, so that was a good article.
Yeah, I
Thank
like
you
that
much.
one actually.
Yeah, it's good. Very, very nice.
And I read it well, didn't I?
You did,
I thought that was
you
quite
did,
nice.
you did,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did very well in that. Yeah. Yeah.
You get on with it now.
Get on with what? Summertime. Right, my final article today is summertime sadness could be a type of seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, yeah, don't we know that?
Don't we all know it? Now, where's my glasses? Because I struggle with these big words again, and then people think I'm stupid.
Why would we think that, eh?
Yeah. Why would you think that? Exactly.
Exactly. Why would we think that?
Has the heat got to you? You're probably not alone. Wintertime, with its long, dark nights, is the season most associated with low mood and depression. But sun-filled summer days can also bring on the doldrums, particularly for the subset of people who experience a summertime version of a seasonal affective disorder, SAD.
I never thought that happened.
It's been known for a while. Now it's just been labelled. A type of depression with a periodic pattern. Those with a lesser known and lesser studied summer SAD variant may feel out of sync with the rest of the world because they experience depression just as summer breaks and pool party invites pick up, says Thomas Ware. Not Maher.
No, Maher. Wow.
Thomas Ware with the W-E-H-R, a psychiatrist and scientist emeritus at the National Institutes of Health.
I think you're related.
Yeah, we will be now. I'll take credit for this. Some of this. Depression can occur at any time of year, but some research indicates that the warmer months can be particularly challenging for certain people. A growing number of studies indicate links between body temperature and depression, which the previous article we went over that. And high outside temperatures have been linked to mood and mental health crisis. The prevalence of summertime SAD remains unclear, but as climate change makes extreme weather more common, understanding the effects of hot days on mental health and developing new effective treatments has higher stakes. Well, we're not getting any hot days here. In fact, we're getting just plenty of rain. And we're getting like a continuous winter. So
I know it's really, that is not funny anymore. That is definitely
sad. And it's not seasonal affective disorder.
Exactly,
it's
it's really sad.
So Ware and his colleague Norman Rosenthal, a psychiatrist, then at the NIH, coined the term SAD in the early 1980s. So that was 1980s. Based on the research into people with cyclical winter depression. After publication, they received some unexpected letters from people who vehemently attested to having the opposite condition, depression in the summer and improved mood in winter. Actually, Anya's a bit like that. Hello, Anya. I know you listen to these shows, so I think that might be related to you. She seems to thrive more in the winter, actually.
Yeah, she does like the cold.
She does. Which described 12 people who displayed a pattern of recurrent depressive episodes in the summertime. In a 1991 follow-up paper, they compared another 60 participants, half of whom seemed to have summer SAD and half of whom had winter SAD. Both groups met clinical criteria for depression that usually recurred seasonally, but the two cohorts experienced different symptoms. Participants in the winter group were very lethargic and compared themselves to hibernating animals, says Rohanthal, who is now a professor at the Georgetown University School of Medicine. In contrast, the summer group was more irritable and restless, he adds. The winter cohort more frequently slept, overate, and experienced weight gain, whereas the summer cohort reported higher incidences of insomnia, reduced appetite, and more frequent weight loss. The prevalence of summer SAD would be a complete guess because of limited data, Rosenthal says. Based on his interactions with people who do have the condition, Ware believes it may be more common in warmer and more humid locations in regions with limited access to air conditioning. But Rosenthal and Ware say much more work is needed to truly understand how common summer SAD is and where it most frequently occurs. Compared with the winter variant, the literature on summer SAD is much smaller, says Kelly Rohan, a clinical psychologist who studies subtypes of recurrent depression at the University of Vermont. Both the 1987 and 1991 studies had a small sample size and there has been minimal follow-up work. Nevertheless, Rohan says those early case studies are robust and convincing because they thoroughly examine and describe people's symptoms. Much research has linked winter SAD to shorter daylight hours and reduced sunlight exposure, causing clinicians to suggest light therapy as a potential treatment. In contrast, Rohan says the primary triggers for the summer type are assumed to be heat and humidity. Some researchers question whether SAD, either the summer or winter variety, should be a medically recognised condition altogether. As it's conceptualised, I am sceptical, says Stephen Lobello, a psychology professor at Auburn University at Montgomery. In 2016, Lobello and his colleagues published a study involving survey data from 35,000 people in the US that found no population level indication that depressive episodes were more common in the winter. A 2019 review found some support for seasonal variation in clinical depression, but noted that prior research was fragmented with varied findings. Multiple studies have documented that heat can affect mood disorders and behaviours, says Kim Bauer, an assistant professor of psychology at Washington State University who studies heat's psychological effects. Increases in aggression and violent crimes have been well documented on hotter days and during summertime. Meidenbauer says recent studies have also found that psychiatric emergency room visits for depression and other mental health disorders peak on hotter days. Mood trends more negative with increased heat, and suicide rates rise in conjunction with temperature.
Oh my God.
The latter study on suicide risk, which was published in 2018, also found a decline in well-being corresponding to hotter outdoor temperatures. According to an accompanying analysis of depressive language in 600 million posts on Twitter, now X, between May 2014 and July 2015, Rosenthal notes that the findings about psychiatric hospital admissions, suicidal risk and even online activity are in line with previous work on SAD, which also concluded that people who face mental health struggles in the summer are more agitated than those who do in the winter. People who are depressed but restless with energy to spare might be more likely to act on suicidal urges or end up in the hospital, he explains.
Sad.
Meidenbauer notes there are a few hypotheses for why heat might trigger depression. For one, it interrupts your sleep, she says, and quality shut-eye is critical for mental health. Maintaining a normal body temperature is also a resource-intensive process. Meidenbauer says heat can become a physical stressor, particularly for children, older people, and those taking certain medications that disrupt the body's ability to cool down. If people are uncomfortable over a long period of time, that invariably affects emotional state, she says. That's for sure. Right, there's a lot more studies that go into that. So that is a very interesting article, and I absolutely encourage you to read that. Very well. Again, the link will be. It goes into the research a little bit more in depth, which I won't go into because there's a lot of study and article analysis. So yeah, you can just bang up the article yourself, bring it up on your favourite browser, and have a look through that yourself. But again, another interesting article.
Yeah,
did you like that, Indiraa?
I did. Yeah,
how much did you like it?
I like plenty much.
Yeah, are you a seasonal beast? Are you?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of one?
I like the summer in it because I'm Indian in it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a photograph of you now. Okay?
No, don't.
I am.
No.
Ready? Say cheese.
No.
Say cheese.
No. No.
No.
I don't want to.
No, why not?
Because I've got a tummy ache.
What's that going to do with me take a photograph of you?
I don't know.
I had an email specifically from the Farmer's Journal requesting a photograph of you.
You are a liar and I hate you.
I'm not a liar.
And I hate you for lying to me.
No, I didn't lie to you.
I want to know about UFOs now.
Yeah, okay, we've got one for you. Okay, is that Kurt Russell, man? You know him?
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
I don't know him particularly well myself, but you know him.
He's rustling around somewhere.
He is like rustling, isn't he?
Yeah.
And let's be curt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be frank. Is it Frank Russell?
No.
Jack Russell. Right, folks. Our UFO one today, the article. The headline is Kurt Russell claims he reported most witnessed UFO event in history. Yeah.
Why are they always the most, you know?
Because they have to be the one. He's the one that did it. He's
the
one that brought it to our attention. He made it known first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go on then.
Actor Kurt Russell called in some strange lights that were more significant than he realised. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, Kurt Russell character travels from one fictional planet to the next, exploring the vast reaches of space and encountering various life forms. He found humans, did he? While promoting the film on BBC back in 2017, Russell told his UFO story and how he's tied into the most witnessed UFO event in history. Okay, let's have it. On March 13th, 1997, a pilot reported seeing a series of 6 lights in the sky while attempting to land a personal aircraft. Over the course of 3 hours, thousands of people reported seeing the strange lights in the sky before they mysteriously vanished without explanation. Russell explained he was the pilot who first reported those lights but thought nothing of it. I think he was a Pontius pilot.
I think he was. You punch his pilot.
I'll be reaching out again. Russell was apparently flying his son Oliver to see his girlfriend.
All over.
To see his girlfriend when the young boy pointed the lights out to his stepfather. The actor claims he was somewhat transfixed by the lights, which appeared to be in a V formation. Oliver broke Russell's concentration by asking his dad what the lights were and questioned their safety before Russell reassured him that everything was fine, despite not getting confirmation on what the lights were from the airport. After landing the plane, Russell dropped off his son before entering the air once again to head back to Los Angeles, thinking nothing of it. 2 years had passed before he ever thought of this event again, with the only reminder coming from overhearing his partner Goldie Hawn watching a TV special about UFOs. The information that the actor overheard at the time sounded familiar, so he began paying more attention to the program. He realised the program was in fact reporting on the event he experienced while flying his saucer. He's flying with his son. While watching the show, Russell compared his feelings with those of Richard Dreyfuss, character in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, in which he witnesses a UFO and has a familiar versions of the UFO which show up next, but can't put his finger on how he knows this. At one point in the program, the show acknowledged that it was a general aviation pilot who first reported the lights while landing, which is when it finally clicked for Russell that he was the man. He was the pilot.
God.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
It was all about him.
All about him. Russell then checked his own records against the information revealed in the program to discover that the date and time coincided when he was in the air. But the initial experience was so underwhelming that he didn't make a note of it in his records. Now,
there you go.
More bizarre than experienced the lights themselves, Russell revealed he was more shocked that he had not walked in on Hawn watching the program. Had he not walked in on Hawn watching the program, he would never have thought of the event again. Now, isn't that something now, isn't it?
That is very, very interesting.
Thank you, Jack, for that. Kurt, thank you for that. Yeah.
Woof.
Wolf. Woof, woof.
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah.
I think he's barking mad,
I
Jack.
think he is, and he said he was in the air. He seems to think he's heading in the air a lot, isn't it?
I think he is.
I think he spent a lot of time in the air.
Yeah.
You numpty, you are.
What's a numpty?
Yeah, you find out. You're one. You're a numpty.
I'm a numpty.
Yeah, so we've got a song today to play us out.
Okay.
Yeah, you still haven't given me a song.
I do. You've got all my songs. You just don't want to play them.
To play. So next week, so mention the name of the song this week. Would you want me to play next week?
Well, let's see. I guess what'll be will be.
Que sera? Absolutely. So that was, you heard it here, folks, in episode 17. Next week, we're going to play Indira's song, which was All Over Broadway. All Over Broadway. And what was it on that big screen?
No, it was in Times Square.
Times Square on the big screen. It was a big hit for her.
It was a remake of
it was Chelsea's
old song, Case Ross.
And it was Chelsea's song at the end of their matches when every time they lost.
Oh, shut up, when they won.
Okay, here's a song called Loser Two Times. Do you know who that's by?
No.
I didn't think you would. Okay, so it's Loser Two Times by Peter Green. Hope you enjoyed, folks, because I love this song.
I'm a loser two times. Now I'm a loser two times. Now I try to change my way, but I was too blind. I lost my money, I lost my girl, and I almost lost my mind. Yes, I'm a loser two times. I lose it two times. I gambled with your love. I lost my money, I lost your love, and I have to live in sin. Yes, I'm a loser two-time. Was only a game, a fool crazy game, but I ended with a joker and a fistful of pain. Yes, I lost my money, yes, I lost my girl, and I've even lost my way. Yes, I'm a loser two times. Oh, I'm a loser two times. I tried to change my way, but I was too blind. Now I lost my money, I lost my girl, and now I've almost lost my mind. And I'm a loser two times. Fool crazy game. Yes, it was only a game. I ended with the joker in a fistful of pain. I lost my money and I lost my girl, and I've even lost the way. Two-time.
What a cool song.
That was very cool.
I'm a 2 times loser. Are you a loser?
I'm a two-time winner.
You're a 2 times winner, so you're a winner and I'm a loser.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
That's the truth. That was a really good song. I love that song actually. And again,
Yeah.
a song I didn't hear before. I heard it on Radio Caroline, and yes, I said I gotta play that on the Mad Pod show.
Mad.
Mad Pod show. Yes.
Yeah.
So
that
next week
one.
we're going to have more articles. We're going to have more bullshit. We're going to have more latest research. We're going to have more banter,
So-
malarkey.
Yeah, so all you koala bears out there, eat lots of eucalyptus till we meet next.
Yeah, and we're going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and have you anything to say to our lunatic listeners before you go?
No, because they
you
don't
been cheesy enough?
understand that I'm sick. On that note,
We'll see you next week. Bye. Well, folks, on that note, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we have, and we look forward to bringing you more of the latest news and hot topics surrounding mental health on our next show. Remember, new episodes of the Mad Podcast drop every Sunday at 6 p.m. Episodes are available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Music, and of course, the Musicians Against Depression website, an online toolbox that contains a wealth of information, essential reading, and links relating to mental health. As always, if you or someone you know would like to join the conversation, either in studio or remotely, email us at musiciansagainstdepression@gmail.com or visit the MAD website
at www.musiciansagainstdepression.uk for further info. All links, including social media, are provided in the show notes. And remember, no problem in life is insurmountable, and help is just a conversation away. Until the next time, from myself and the wonderful Indiraa, take care.